Was Mystique a mistake? Hello, my friends. Before we move on to the pink bracket, it is time to do my standard orange bracket chat, All Stars 11 edition. Today I'm discussing the strengths and the weaknesses of the orange bracket, comparing the queens that didn't make the merge to their original season, reflecting on whether the spoilers I learned pre-season married up to what actually ended up happening, and as an added bonus, comparing the All Stars 10 orange bracket to the All Stars 11 one. This last part was an idea given to me by my friend Ryan. Shout out Ryan. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk strengths first. The cast were amazing. Some of my favourite queens were in this bracket. Those being Morphine, Dawn, Akira, and Morgan. It was also great to see Mystique return. I know she had been campaigning for a while to come back on an All-Stars season. And whilst I initially felt like Lucky needed more time to cook from her original season, it was great to see her having so much fun. And that was another strength of the orange bracket, the lighthearted nature of it. Morphine having a kiki with Dawn, Akira calling Mystique El Bonita, Lucky just being plain nuts, Morgan being mother. I think that this was just a fun, relaxed group of queens. I also enjoyed the challenges. There was a good mix of them. We had a marketing challenge, a performance challenge, and a design challenge. We also saw some incredible runways. I really enjoyed the latest one, the Parisian one. I think that was the best runway of the three. And the lip syncs were good. My favourite lip sync of the three was the one between Morgan and Dawn to the LaToya song. The riggery was also quite minimal. Like, yes, Morphine could have been in the top 2 episode 1. And sure, Morgan could have been chosen over Akira at the end, but I don't feel like it was as egregious and as shocking and as frustrating as Ginger Minj on the purple bracket. As for the negatives, similar to All Stars 10, I do not like that we had a double premiere in one day. I don't think that's fair to the queens that didn't make the merge. You know, before we knew it, it was over. You really get screwed over being in the orange bracket. I also didn't love the gameplay. I wanted way more strategy, especially from queens like Mystique and Lucky. I feel like they didn't try hard enough or take big risks. Morphine, bless her, did try and got nowhere. I would say out of the 6 queens, Dawn and Morgan put the most thought into advancing. The last thing I'll say in the negatives is that I don't like the rule of 2 queens making the merge, not 3. It certainly makes things more competitive, but it also sucks when you know that had the rule not changed, Morgan would have made it through. Only 2 out of 6 queens advancing feels brutal. So let's do All Stars vs original season for the queens that didn't make the merge. First up is Mystique Summers, and I think I prefer her on season 2. Is that crazy to say? I feel like she had more notable moments, like 2-piece in a biscuit, bitch I'm from Chicago, her country mall drag, that split that she did as she was leaving the main stage. This Mystique was a bit more subdued, like she was still shady, but not as fiery and feisty. She wanted to coast in the first episode, which made no sense to me. They only had 3 episodes to prove themselves, and only 2 could make it through. I don't know, aside from the last episode, I don't really feel like Mystique stood out on All Stars 11. Some things she said were wild, so it's original season for me. But no, Mystique was not a mistake. Next is Lucky Stars, and I actually prefer her on All Stars 11. We got more time with Lucky, but also she was just having so much fun. I feel like Lucky knew that she was there for a good time, not a long time. Having said that, I've said this multiple times now, and I don't mean to sound like I'm boxing Lucky in, but I just feel like when she tries to do anything outside of her signature drag style, it doesn't seem to work. She might be able to perfect that in time, but for now, the best looks that she provided were the ones that were 100% Lucky. Now we have Morphine Love Dion, and it pains me to say it, but I prefer her in season 16. Not only did she make the top 5 on that season, she gave us many incredible lip syncs, including winning the lip sync Lollapalooza. In All Stars 11, we did not get a single lip sync from Morphine, which was a huge missed opportunity. Plus, she just kept coming up against roadblocks every single time she tried to advance. I miss the Morphine from season 16. She had so much presence. It's clear that production did not care about Morphine advancing, which is a real shame. And I think she deserves to return again. And last but not least, we have Morgan McMichaels, and it's All Stars 11 for me. Morgan said in the first episode of the Orange Bracket that she felt like she wasn't very good at Drag Race. And I have to tell you, Morgan, you finally are good at Drag Race. This was her best showing, hands down. Season 2, she went home fairly early despite winning the first challenge. And on All Stars 3, she went home first, only to be brought back later to go home the following episode. All Stars 11 Morgan was prepared. She had great looks, great performances, great lip syncs, great confessionals. If this had been a top 3 situation, she would have made it through. And I just love Morgan, I always have. In the past, Morgan has liked one of my videos, and it was a Dragula one, not a Drag Race one, and that tells me everything I need to know about Morgan. She has taste. Now let's talk about spoilers. Were they the same as what I learned pre-season? And don't worry, I'm not going to reveal anything that you haven't seen yet. So there was just one slight difference. I knew Dawn was in the top 2 all 3 weeks. I knew she only won the 1 lip sync. I knew that Morgan and Akira were tied for points and that Akira was pushed through instead of Morgan. Having said that, seeing that written down versus experiencing it in real time is a completely different situation. Because in real time, I was like, oh, damn, I don't know if I agree with that. So the only slight difference was that I read that Rue gave Morphine some really harsh criticism, which completely destroyed her confidence. That never really happened. Like, Rue was a little bit unfair towards Morphine in the last episode, but it wasn't enough for Morphine to spiral into oblivion. The way it was worded was very dramatic. The rest, however, stayed true to the spoilers. And finally, I am going to compare the orange bracket of All Stars 10 to the orange bracket of All Stars 11. So in terms of runways, I'm going to give it to All Stars 10. Bosco and Irene delivered some of my favorite runways of all time, not just of that season. Whereas in this bracket, I was mainly living for Dawn's runways. In terms of challenges, I preferred the performance challenge in All Stars 11 over the rock performance in All Stars 10. But I did prefer the Murder Mystery Acting Challenge in All Stars 10 over the Home Spooky Network on All Stars 11. And then the Makeover and the Design challenges from both brackets were on par for me. What I will say is that in All Stars 10 there was definitely more gameplay and strategy, but I think that the vibes and the energy was better on All Stars 11. So if I had to choose, I choose All Stars 11. It's just the vibes. The vibes win for me. So my friends, that is the orange bracket done and dusted. Next week, we move into the pink bracket. Things are sure to get spicy, especially with queens like Silky, Selena, April, and Vivacious on the scene. And we are about to be blessed with some incredible runways from Crystal Method. But guys, let me know what you thought. Did you like the orange bracket? Did you prefer it over the one on All Stars 10? As always, give me all the tea, and I'll see you very soon for another video.